What's up, folks? Welcome to Wasted Space, and I've got something a bit different for you guys today. A lot of you, I'm sure, will remember Engineer Wars, Space Engineer series I was doing, 2 teams against each other, kind of scrap heap challenge style, different vehicles, different challenges each week. Well, one of the stream viewers, a lovely guy called CaedesEnder, has put together a version of Engineer Wars in Tabletop Simulator, like kind of card board game style. Now, this is quite early on, but we did a live playtest, kind of the first playtest of the game, with him, Texfire, Mac, and a few others the other night on stream, and I thought, why not stick it up as a video, see what you guys think of the game as a concept, because he's done pretty damn well already. But also, see if I can't get a bit of feedback from you about ideas for different cards, ways the game that could be improved, and so on. Of course, please bear with us because none of us know how to play except for Cades, and this is that first playtest, so there's a little bit of wrinkles here and there that need to be sorted out. But hopefully you guys find it a laugh. We certainly had a load of fun. And remember, if you've got any ideas, any thoughts on the game, hit me, or more importantly, Cades up in the comments down below so that we can kind of compile these things and see if we can't make it even better. So I'm going to drop you in literally as we've just joined into the game and I'm trying to work out what the hell it is that we're doing. Enjoy, guys.
Can I be orange? It's my favourite colour.
No, you cannot. We are red or blue.
Thank you.
Okay, you're orange. Go away. Yes, SE has indeed been updated to better blocks, more reliable game engine. Multiplayer is working quite a lot nicer these days, and desync is almost non-existent.
And the physics work as well, look.
Look, physics right there.
Oh, bring forth the hatred. It started early and I'm loving it.
What we're playing here is made by Cades in Tabletop Simulator and is basically supposed to be an Engineer Wars board game, basically. Although we have no idea how to play it, so that's why we've got Cades. Because, in theory, having been the one that made it, maybe he knows how to play it as well. Although, we're not that sure.
Right, so first thing we need to do is just, are we sticking to 6 players or are we going to try and get 2 more in?
Does it work with 6?
It should, logically.
Yep, okay.
I still need to be able to connect, which I do not remember the
wait for
password.
him to get in
sorry.
there.
Sorting you out in a sec, Tex. Give me a moment.
Right, okay, I'm happy with the teams, mostly.
Right, so second job, we need to decide who's going to be the team captain.
Oh, God.
I vote Cades.
Oh, God, that does make sense.
I vote Wasted and Macor.
What?
We're on the same team.
That doesn't work that way.
Yes, co-captains.
Co-captains. That'll never work.
Right,
What do you think, Faker? Should we let the Johns all do it because his name is actually on the board? Because
No way.
I mean, his head's not in the room yet, but his name's on the board.
It has been decided. Fakers is the captain.
Roger, Captain Fakers.
The drawing on the board has begun. Don't make me plug my fucking drawing tablet in again.
I
will get carried away. That's what happened last time. The drawing tablet got plugged in, and then I said nothing to the stream because I just sat there drawing for half an hour.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 2 captains, Cades.
Right, so then basically it will be, you decide who goes second, because the captain goes first in each team.
Is
and
there,
then,
is there a dice to roll? Why don't we just roll
yes,
the dice for
we
it?
each got a coloured dice.
Oh, there you go.
there we go.
So they roll 2.
We got a 2 as well.
You can remember to press R. There you go.
5.
We're going first, apparently.
4. Right.
Yep.
So if we do it so that it's me, Tex, and then Cat, and then me, Tex, and then Cat again, because it'll rotate round until it's over. And if you guys want to do Baker's Wasted, Mac.
Roger?
Okay. Right. So, Captain needs to deal out 5 cards from the construction deck to each of your teammates.
Okay.
Easiest way to do it is just to
left.
press 5 on it and then drag your mouse off, and it'll draw 5 at once for you.
What order are
5,
we going
right?
in?
Oh, that's not.
That is not
Fakers.
That's not 5.
Oh my
Okay.
god! What the hell? The cards! What the shit?
Clang has already
Flag
spoken.
has already invaded.
This was a bad idea.
That didn't take long.
John, it's going to be you're after Fakers, and then I'm after you on our team. That's what Katie
And
said.
on
you were gonna
Katie's
need to
side?
be.
Tech, it's going to be me, Tex, and then Cat. Right. Why can't I see your cards? Not. Have you got the teams set up in the game, John?
No.
So, basically, everybody draw 5 cards from the construction deck.
Guys, you all have. I put down markers for you to show the turn order. Can you drag them out of your hidden boxes? 5 cards each. You can just have people picked up cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the easiest way to do that is just to right-click on a deck, and you can deal to everybody at once, and just click that 5 times, and it gives everybody 5 cards.
Oh, cool.
Right. So.
Ah!
Yeah.
And it saves these sort of problems while you're at it.
Oh my god. Cat's dealt himself everything.
He has all the parts.
I don't have enough hands. I'm just gonna do it one at a time.
What the hell?
If you,
Someone managed to turn my card over. What the hell?
because we're on the same team, we can
all
see
sit-
into each other's hands.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I can't see yours, for example, Marco. I
Why
can't
are you
even see that
turning my
you've got a
cards
hand.
over? I want to look at the cards.
Because it's fakers, and he's bailing
I
the...
apparently need to build a.
Hey, cards!
Can't turn them back over. Give me.
And build a wedgie mobile.
Right.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
I'm a bit worried about this card, I'll be honest.
Increase the height
Anyway.
of the cube.
Okay, so once we've all got 5 cards, within your 3, you basically need to build a vehicle by taking it in turns to place cards in this construction box. So each vehicle needs to have a minimum of, what did I put it as? Needs to
One
have a
thruster,
minimum
one gyro, 3 wheels.
1 cockpit, 1 reactor, 3 wheels.
Oh, fuck's sake. I was doing it by memory. I'd read through them. Leave me alone.
So there's no need to kind of take it in turns at this bit, as long as you're all going to place down 3
Well,
cards each, essentially.
So we're going first on our go, so we need to have...
There you go.
So,
Cockpit.
Fakers has had his go, he's put a cockpit down, so now it's John's go. And he needs to put one of the other components down, right? Caedus?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Now,
we need to sort
does
of keep in
fakers-
mind what we've all got.
Does Fakers need to pick up another card now he's placed one?
No.
No, okay.
Oh, gyroscope. If this part is destroyed, destroy an extra part.
Yeah.
Piston plus 1 lift plus 1 clang.
So do we just put them? Do we take a turns order placing them down, or we just all place down?
At this point, it doesn't really matter, because we're all going to...
Okay, so
you're
I'm
only
gonna-
going to put 3 down anyway, so...
And then my go, so I can put down a reactor
If I can put
in a wonky way.
2 wheels in.
Why is yours is not having any of it? There you go.
I've straightened up my camera now, that won't happen again. I know it will throw you that. Okay. So what are we needing on our side? It's Fakers go again, I think, right? Why are your team placing cards?
Because we both that's the speed that the goes are when we actually start on
right.
the board, Mac.
Yeah.
We both start off by building a vehicle from our hands.
But I thought we had to do it in our team first and then their team.
No, not necessarily this bit. You can
Oh,
just,
okay,
You can
okay.
just free for all this bit. So,
Mr.
right, yeah.
Wasted. Is
We need
yours-
So
one-
what else do we
yeah.
one
need,
more wheel.
Caedus?
Cockpit, thruster, reactor, and
Alright.
light armor.
Does nobody have a wheel?
John's
No,
putting down a
probably not.
gyroscope. I don't have a wheel.
Listen, we can do it in 2 wheels. So John built that motorcycle.
Ours isn't going very far at the moment, our team. So much like a lot of the builds in Engineer Wars, where they don't go anywhere for a little while.
Right, well, first problem, we don't have enough wheels.
What about more gyroscopes?
Um,
I'm gonna put on
Caedus.
Yes.
something to really fuck with our team now.
Oh boy.
Enjoy. Boop.
We have not started with any wheels at all.
So first thing
Yeah.
we need to do then is increase the number of wheels in the deck.
Okay. So should we say just for this first
So-
playthrough that we've got 4 wheels? Are they all the same stats on the cards?
Yes, all wheels are identical.
So why don't we just say that we've got that?
But we need the slots for them, so...
So how many wheels do you need?
We haven't got any, mate. Not on it. No one's got any in their hand.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, was it 3 we're getting? Okay.
3 is the minimum, and I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
You might want to make it somehow so that people start off with a minimum number of wheels in their hands or something
Yeah,
like that.
I tried to rig the deck so that there'd be enough to kind of odds on, but that clearly didn't work.
Yeah, odds-on's never going to be that reliable, is it? Because in the end, you're always going to run into the problem that RNG will fuck you.
You could also, Cades, come to think of it, rather than having to add extra wheels, so you could end up with someone with like a whole handful of wheels. Would it really affect things very much if you added a wheel addition to like the reactor card? Because you need a reactor on there, so you can have reactor and wheel on that card, maybe.
Yeah, true.
So whose go is it on our side, by the way?
I just placed my piston for +1 clang.
Oh, good.
And I think that's all the goes we get, because we've gone through twice and we've got 3 wheels on. We've got all the reactor, cockpit, everything.
Do you keep going until it's filled out, or how does it? Yeah, you keep. I think you keep going until your construction is built. So we're essentially building our vehicle here. So Fakers gets to whack one down, and then
now yours.
How are we looking at the moment?
Question: with the amount of slots, we have 4 slots and 3 slots per the rows. Is that the maximum number of cars we can have on a vehicle?
Yes, the idea was that with a 4-person team, each person puts down 3 cards essentially.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What are we going to put down,
we have
John?
a 3-person team, we all put down 4 cards.
What are you thinking, John, for your next card?
What have you got there, Mac?
Well, I've
got
got
heavy, light, and we've got basically the same sort of options, haven't we? So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll whack down my my heavy armor, and maybe you do the cargo container.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're done.
What do you write on this thing?
You right click and then under name and description. So what do you want to write?
Basically, just add up the stats of your vehicle on this one.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
the
Let's
+1
separate
power,
out the
+2
cards a
endurance,
little
that
bit.
kind of thing.
Hang on. You think there's blatantly objects, components. There's got to be a counter in here.
So sorry, which stats do we need?
The
Is it
stats on
from
the cards, like how much endurance you have, how much clang you have, energy you have, that stuff.
Oh yeah, for
Okay,
example,
how much
got
driving?
Okay, I've separated out the cards to make it a bit easier on our side.
Driving is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 driving.
Okay. And what else? Power 1.
1 power.
Okay.
2 large cargo, so 3 carry.
Yes, Luna, the game does have clang. It also has, when we were looking through some of the cards last week, there's even things like...
total?
Sorry, 6, yeah, 6 carry.
There's even things like disconnects and things like that. It's quite charming what Cades has put into the game. And yes, he was the guy that put this
Lift
together.
1.
4 weight.
Right, this didn't work.
What are you doing, John?
I was
2
trying.
endurance.
Oh, they like counters.
I'm trying to put in counters to track it, but there's no way of naming the counters. So for the time
said
being,
4-way?
that's not going to work. But
And then 1 lift, 1 climb.
How much endurance?
Endurance is 2.
Okay, John. We've got 3 drive.
Okay.
Right. No much wait for them.
I might figure out if we have a way that we can get those to automatically calculate.
5
counters is the way to do it. Have some named counters on the
8
table.
drive.
So we got 3 drive. What we got next? Endurance.
No. We've got 8 drive.
Endurance, power, carry, weight,
So 8 drive to start with.
clang, lift. Hang on, I'm just writing down all the categories as well.
Yep, power's one of them as well.
Yeah, I think I've got. Yeah. Okay, so 8 drive. Endurance is next.
And lift as well.
Yeah, I've got those.
Okay. 8 drive. Endurance is next.
Mhm.
Okay. We have
1, I think.
1,
No, we've got another +2 further down, so there's 3 endurance.
3 endurance.
Power.
Power. We
1.
have -1 on one of it. +1, -1 on the thruster, so 0.
There's another power in the bottom row, so that's 1 in total.
And so 1 in total, yep.
Carry, I think we just got +1 of that, right?
I believe so, yeah, just 1.
Weight.
There's 1 on there, 2.
And then clang 1, lift
Looks
1.
like just 2 for weight, and clang is just 1 on the piston. And lift we've got as well, +1 on the piston, so 1 for lift. And I think that's it. You got everything filled out on the
I
sheet?
think I got everything, yep.
Oh,
Just double checking,
put
but
the
yeah.
cards- Put the cards back in then.
Yes, it is. Tell Dorian.
We got a name for our vehicle.
It'd be cool to have a little, some little car icons too
You need to have a little vehicle icon
for the play pieces. Yeah.
that has the counters on it. You know, therefore you're representing perhaps different
Well,
places. on
and
the
a
vehicle,
little
so-
vehicle that we can move around the track.
We have pieces, but yeah.
I know.
But
I'm just saying.
I did notice that these pieces cannot stay on the same spot as each
No.
other.
They can't stay on the same spot, 'cause otherwise you crash into each other.
Oh.
Oh. So that is a thing.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I think red's going first. Are they not?
So
Did that really land right side out?
I believe so.
Right, so once you've built your construction, just get rid of your construction cards. You don't need them anymore. The ones that are in your hand.
Okay. Did they go back on the pile or on a discard pile?
Either way, they're not needed for the rest of it, so...
Alright.
Jeez, this is just about.
No, look at the free
Hang
for all
on.
dumping going on.
What the fuck? No, wait, hang on.
Terrible.
Just
Don't
lob them in any direction. Oh, one's gone off the table.
There are some people with like nascent OCD that are really losing their shit right now.
Firefan,
Yep.
6 months, bro. Thank you,
Say
mate.
that again.
And
Cheers
then
very
if
much for
we-
your support, dude. Massively
How
appreciated.
many was that? Then it's deal out 5.
And yes, you can flip the table. Look, there it is. So you can also undo, so we're fine.
How did you say you could deal out to everybody?
If you right click and then there's a deal thing, and then in the middle, we'll deal to all active players and just click it for the number of cards you want.
3,
Oh, I need to
4,
get rid of the
5.
other construction cards in my hand as well. Forgot about that.
He might have just dealt you some.
Yep, I got rid of the construction cards. I've got the other ones in my hand now.
I love these cards. I really do, Katie.
They're fucking genius, aren't they? They're genius.
I think someone's broke text.
You did with these damn cards. That's awesome.
I ended up with a card from the construction deck. From that, Cades.
What are you talking about?
Can I take an
Yeah,
update card?
Just take the update one.
Yeah.
We're talking about Dead Rose, not the wrong cards. I discarded the other construction cards that I had, and these are the cards that I've just been dealt.
So you should all have 5 update cards each now.
Yep.
Right. So red team's going first. So what you do is team leader, because it's your go first. You roll the d6, and then add your drive stat to it, and that's how many spaces you move.
Okay.
Aha. Okay.
So we've got a drive of 8. Get
So
wrecked.
that makes 10.
Oh, you got 9. Fuck's sake.
4.
How are their stats to ours? Shit, they can carry loads.
Oh, lost count. Damn it.
No, I didn't discard my vehicle. No, Dead Rose. The vehicle is what John's moving, and the stats for that vehicle is on this card.
Yeah, I think what he means, Mac, is you got rid of them out of the construction zone, but it's not really relevant because
But you
you've
guys
got
have
rid
to
of
Yeah,
them
drive
on
a
the thing.
You said that
Did you
was
get a
okay,
roll-
so it
roll
doesn't
a
matter.
one?
Yeah, it makes no
Okay.
difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so then we do the same. What's our drive? 9. So we do 11.
One ahead.
2 ahead.
Do it.
You moved 9.
No, we moved 10 because we've got a drive of 8 and rolled 2.
Well, then
you've
you've
You
got
got
a
a drive of 9
yeah,
and roll
yeah,
2.
and you've got a drive of 9 and roll 2, so you're 1
Yeah,
point
so-
ahead of us.
So then,
Yeah, but- Okay,
And it's,
but you
wasted-
you didn't actually move your guy that far. Now we're at 11 and 12.
right.
At
No,
what point,
what's 10?
what are we
We're
doing
at
with these
10.
cards in our hand
10 and
then?
11.
Right, sorry, I should have explained that. Some of them can only be played at certain points, but basically, when it's your turn to control the vehicle, i.e. when you're rolling the die, you can play one of those cards per turn. Use its
Right.
effect.
Okay, and you play
So-
at the start of the turn? So you
Yes.
play
but
the
before-
card, then roll.
Unless it says otherwise.
All right.
Yes. I mean, there's one, for example, that says add 1 to your current success check. You obviously can't do that until you're in a success check.
All right.
So, until an event happens.
When do
Okay,
events
sorry.
happen?
So,
I don't know who's going.
Just
with it?
during your turn.
I completely zoned out there. Sorry.
right.
Apologies. That's not you, dude. I had a.
So you can play a
Interesting.
card. You can play a card at the beginning of your turn, Fakers, and then you get to roll the dice to move us on.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can do whatever, assuming there's something that can be done from your
Yes.
hand.
But if you play a card before you roll the dice, and you, for example, if you played a card now and then did whatever to us, and then rolled enough to get onto this big space here, the event space, you wouldn't then be able to play a card in the event because you've already used your card for that turn.
That seems.
You only get
reasonable.
one per turn.
But you can use it whenever you want, right?
Yes. as long as you're still in control of the vehicle, you can use your card.
Anytime during your turn, you can ditch that
Yes.
card down. Cool. Good to know.
And what
which
happens
case-
when you reach the event? I mean, if
This-
you've got still move left,
We
you
draw
can
an
continue
event card.
onward?
As soon as you hit the event, you draw the card and you lose the rest of your movement.
Okay, so teammate 1 is next from the red team, which is me, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And 4
Damn.
plus
Nice.
8 is many spots. 12.
Many moves.
1,
Or-
2,
or to the
3,
next
4,
event.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the event is 11, so I can go one beyond it if we complete this event check. And I have not used a card yet.
Right.
Good thinking, John.
Flip an event.
So flip
Right.
the event.
What is it? Teeter totter. How appropriate. It is the
Yeah,
teeter totter.
The right one. So
Make a check against your power. If you pass, gain 1 VP. We have a power of 1. If you pass the check by more than 2, lose 1 endurance. So you jumped it. Haha, fools. You must repeat the check next turn if you fail. Okay. So what do we need to... What success check? We need to roll... How does a success check work?
a success check is basically... Now, how did I work this? Let me just double check I've got this right. Roll a d6. If the result is equal to or greater than 6 minus the stat that's being checked against,
Power,
then you
which
pass.
is 1.
So on this, you've got a power of 1, so you need to roll at
A
least
5.
5.
Okay.
At least a 5.
Oof.
And if you pass it by 2, then you get an additional boost, victory
You
point.
jammy sod.
Nice. Nice.
GG.
When can we use clang
Do we get a
cards?
victory point for finishing that? Yeah.
You get 1 victory
Yeah,
point for going
VP.
over.
So where do we... how should we track those? Maybe we just keep the event card? Or is that saved? No, that's
No,
saved there for that
that's-
event?
That's tied against that now. I'll tell
Okay,
you what, let's
so-
just put a...
We can put it on our
Yes.
things.
There you go, have a victory point.
Yay. Victory point.
When can we use different cards?
When
On
it's
your turn.
When it's
Like
your
that.
go.
Okay.
So, Wasted's now finished his turn.
Mhm.
So, no, because you activated the event, you stay on the event square.
Okay, so you don't
Ah,
go
you
past it.
cheeky little git.
But
There's,
you,
there's a
seems- punishment
for getting to the event first.
it was only 1 more move, so it's
Yeah.
not too bad. At least
So-
it was like 8 more moves or something, John.
So now it's text fires go. So if you want to use a card, you can do so now.
Okay.
Or if you think you're going to make it to the event, you can try and save one of your cards for the event.
So just to
in case.
But
summarise
you can only play 1 card per turn.
what we know of how the game is working so far. Basically, we begin by building ourselves a vehicle using
get
what
to
we've
the
drawn
event.
from our hands as parts.
We've got a driving
We
of
summarise
nine.
our stats, and then we have to race
Which one?
down the
The-
track
Clang.
TKR.
by rolling the dice and using the stats
Hang
of our vehicle. However, various events will happen during the race that are going to require us
hang on.
to basically go and use the stats of our
Okay,
vehicle
so-
against various rolls by buffing it using
13.
the cards that are in our hand, for
So
example.
that takes us to the event.
Yes.
And we have a collision,
Well,
right?
on the event, I need to set up double on them because you need to be able to stack on
Okay.
them. So now, because you're in control, you need to do the same as Wasted did. So we've got a power of 1 as well. So we need to roll 5 or more.
Oh, so I don't pull my own event card.
No, that's
this is
locked
the
to that
event card
now.
for this now.
That station is now locked in.
Can we, as players on the same team, add cards in to boost the check?
Only on your turn.
So it's only
So
he can
only,
add a
only Tex
success
Fire
to
could do
it.
it now.
So I need to roll
Gotcha.
a 5 or a 6.
5 or more. Yes.
You do have a card in your hand that can help if you.
Oh.
Yep.
Rip.
No, it can't. No, it can't.
No, it can't.
Can you play more than one card?
No, just one per turn.
Okay.
So then it would be Max go.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Hang on a second.
Yep.
I haven't played a card yet, so...
Hang on a minute. What?
Wait, what?
Oh, he's playing it.
God damn it, Wedgie.
At the end of his
Wedgie has disconnected.
Wedgie.
So
Fuck's sake,
your
man.
team skips their next turn.
Magor,
You cheeky.
you are receiving many, many flavors of hatred.
I see how it is.
Cheeky.
You watch me set you on fire later on, Tex.
Which means it comes around to cats.
Okay.
Mostly I
So-
just want to play that card.
How do you take damage in this? Is that from events only, or is that also from being on the same square as each other?
Events and cards only.
Okay.
What about collisions?
I haven't implemented a rule for that yet. I wanted to see if it
Yeah,
makes sense.
John, if you have a look at the middle card in my hand, that's how.
First things first, I'm taking this die.
Well, you're on the event space, so you
Lol.
don't need to
Yeah.
roll to move. You just
Oh,
go for the
Roger,
event.
Magor.
Okay, right up.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear some of them.
Sorry, because you're on the event, you don't need to roll to move. You just need to pass the event, essentially.
Oh, okay, so we can't pass the event
until
unless
you... No.
There is certain ones that you can.
Till we
but
roll a
this one you
5 or
can't.
5 or better.
you gotta roll 5 or better. Okay.
Yep. Or supplement it with a card.
Very Engineer Warsy.
Hold on a second, then. Let me take a look.
Hold on a second. It rolls it, lands a 3,
No,
and
he
then...
said it.
Oh,
guys.
I
know,
set
I
the
know.
die
He didn't,
down.
yeah,
I'm
blah,
watching
blah, blah, set the die and... Now
You
you've rolled it
R,
off.
cat. You
Why
can
don't you
roll
just-
with R.
Why
Roll
don't
the
you just-
4.
Why don't you just press R and it rolls it?
It rolled a 4.
Use
No, it
your Yeah, have you used the card yet this turn?
I'm gonna use
No.
a card.
No, he
What
does
is
not.
this?
There you go.
Add 1 to your current success.
He's going to use, I meant to do that.
I'll let it pass,
Accidental
but for-
success is still a success.
So you need to roll 4 or more now.
Which he has. He rolled
It's right
4.
there.
I'll let him get away with it. However, in future, dice that go off the table do not count. As in all tabletop games, you do not let people roll on the floor.
The
Just
floor is a
saying.
viable
The
surface.
floor is not a viable surface. No, it's not. Any tabletop game that you get into and that dice ends up on the floor, they will tell you to re-roll it, bro.
Well, John,
But
it-
we'll
it
let
all
you get away with it
depends.
this time, as I said.
It all depends
No,
on how drunk
no.
you are.
No, it does not. Well, no, because if you're drunk, you don't even want to go and pick it up. So you definitely penalise the guy that threw it off the table at that point. Because you're like, now we've got to go and find the dice, you idiot.
Well, he's gonna be on the floor, so he's already penalized.
Meanwhile, Mad Guns 22 is losing his shit about that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, this is a thing. I know it is a thing. I played enough 40k tabletop in my time to know that dice on the floor is a problem. And some people are not happy when that happens. They're precious dices on the ground.
I play pen and paper RPGs every Saturday, so
And when you're...
dice are always on the floor, no matter what.
Oh, I love it. Why do you have a table flip emote? That's awesome.
Mad Guns.
So
Are you slightly irritated by that notion?
he does seem rather irate, doesn't he?
He does.
So
Okay,
now
sorry,
it would
back-
be
back to the game.
Fakers' go.
So now that we've successfully passed the thing, now it goes to the other team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because we've missed his roll because we were on it.
Clang.
Clang.
Clang!
Oh.
Right. Roll a success check against your power stats. If you fail, you lose 1 endurance per clang. So we have 1 clang.
Which means you've got to
So,
roll a
Where's
5 or a 6.
where's the
But-
blue die gone?
Right here.
Oh, there you go.
5 or a 6, but you don't have much endurance to lose, so it's okay.
No, we don't.
But can't we play like a card in defense as well?
Rip.
No, because it's
If-
his turn, not ours.
Oh.
You can only
we
play
lose-
cards on your turn.
Yes. So we lose 1 endurance.
Not your team's turn, but your turn.
No, my thought is, why couldn't, like, if one of us had another I meant to do that card, why couldn't we use that in our defense roll?
Because
as
it's
well?
not your turn.
Because there's no way to draw extra cards when you use them. I wanted to kind of
gotcha.
limit it to what you start with, without being
Okay.
able to just spam them out.
Right, so Fakers needs to roll to move us now because he's played that card on them, or do they
Yes.
need to play the defense bit first?
No, he just rolls to move now. We've failed that and lost an
Oh
endurance.
man.
Okay.
Teldorian
that?
had a great idea. If you don't have a card
Whee!
that's loading simulator, you need one.
3 plus our drive, right?
Yes, 3 plus our
Oh,
drive.
three.
No,
Oh, three. Sorry. Whoops.
So 11 in total.
5,
Frickin'
6,
loading
7,
simulator.
8, 9, 10, 11. Here.
Oh,
Fakers.
so close! So close, Fakers!
Nice. Nice.
GG.
What cards do I have? Go on then. Well, we'll retaliate first. You can have a
Okay.
clang. You can have a clang as well.
Okay, what's our clan rate? Okay, so
You're
5
the captain.
or 6.
I think
It
so.
rolls.
That's right, isn't it? 5 or 6?
Yeah.
We've got a 3.
Oh,
No.
So we lose a
We-
endurance,
We
right?
lose the
Yeah.
endurance.
What happens if you lose all your endurance?
Once you lose endurance, you start burning through parts instead.
So is someone
Ew.
changing that endurance on our card?
And then
Done
if
it,
you-
Mac.
if you-
Fixed already.
if
Roger,
for any
Dodger!
reason, if for any reason you fall below the minimum of 1 cockpit, 3 wheels, 1 reactor, your vehicle's out.
So it's your
Nice.
team's go now,
Okay.
whoever it is next.
That'll be
should
me.
be Old Cash it. Oh no, Cadus.
No, it's Cadus.
11 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't move on to you, so we only get 10.
So I suppose if you wanted a slightly longer game,
We
Cades,
need
you
a
could
co-
ha-
we need a
you could
collision
ha-
mechanic.
I suppose if you wanted to, if you wanted to start a slightly longer game, you could have it where it's half your drive plus the dice instead.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all tweakable, so.
Yo.
I'm loving it as a basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the fact that everyone's just like, so does it have this mechanic? And you're like, no. Well, but all of those mechanics so far have seemed relatively viable, so it seems like it works so far as a game concept. Nice one, man.
Yep.
So, yoga wasted.
Absolutely.
That is what playtests are.
My go, you say.
Uh-oh. Here comes the Johnzo.
Boom! Not that it
Okay.
helps because we only go
Straight
up as
on
far
to
as
the
the event.
What event have we got? It's tied to this place then.
The tractor gets pulling my truck.
Look at the tractor.
While hitch the detractor, you must make a success check against power to move. Power of 1. If you pass, roll to move as normal, but only move half the distance. On a fail, you do not move, and you lose connection to detractor. Every turn you move while attached, you will gain 1 VP.
Okay.
Oh really? Okay. So
The
half your
tractor!
speed, but a victory point.
So
Interesting.
we have detractor attached to us already. You guys need to pass it to attach, obviously. Well, actually, how does that work? You
Well,
just
they'll
hitch
get
up
an-
when you get there. You just stop
Yeah.
and hitch, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll,
And then we're going to be rolling
there's two
against each
trackers.
other.
they'll
Okay.
encounter that event when
Makes
they
sense.
get there.
We would encounter that exactly the same as you
Yeah.
just did. So,
Makes sense.
now it is Texas go, unless you're playing a card. Wasted.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a card. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, wasted.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. Well, let's introduce a little clang when you try and connect with that landing gear.
So
Sorry?
is your captain rolling for this?
No, this is ours. He's doing this on us.
We're doing it on you.
Oh, is it their go now?
Yep.
All
My
right.
turn.
Yeah, we're there and
Didn't you
hitched.
play a card, John?
I didn't because there was no card that was worthwhile playing.
Okay.
Wait,
So, Are we rolling?
we roll
Go
it.
for it, Captain.
Rolling. Keep rolling, rolling.
Yeah, sod.
Oh,
File.
nice. No,
Nice.
So,
that's a pass.
so you would now move 8 plus 5
no.
halved.
No,
no, sorry,
that
that's
was
clang,
his.
never-
That
no,
was
that's
his
clang.
clang.
That was
check.
his
check.
clang
Myself.
roll. We passed against the clang.
Clang denied.
You tried to clang, and unfortunately, while it glitched out,
You
it
got me on
settled
the team.
down.
The clang herder.
Hmm.
I fought the clang and I won.
Roughy
Brackets
looking
for once.
clang herder.
Is that why you're always on the team with Wedgie? Because you always have to control his clang.
Yeah,
It is.
no.
It's like it's like yin and yang together, canceling each other out.
Clang Drive as a card should be
Cling and
a
clang.
component that's unusual in the deck and gives you +3 power, +1 driving, +4 clang. Or something
19
ridiculous like that. You know, some like big bonus, massive negative.
Yeah, I like it.
And like -3 endurance.
Yeah, and if removed, destroys half of your components.
Yeah, you lose one of the entire rows of
you need-
components
to be
on
fair,
your
9
construction.
19 with only 30 euros. That'd wipe
Excuse
everything
me.
out. That'd be
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ignore the endurance one, but I'm just saying, like, give it. You could have a Clang Drive card that has big power
Okay,
plus
so-
driving as well, but takes out a couple of parts when it dies, and
Oh well, a totally
has like a
superfluous six.
+4 Clang.
Why did you waste
And
the
we
6?
are
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Deaded.
Right. So now
Are
it's
you-
Max.
Now, did you roll against the event card?
You don't have to. Not with
we
this
don't.
one.
You're
Oh,
the first
alright,
person to
okay.
roll against it.
So
Okay.
we need a
All
5
right.
or a 6 out of you, buddy. Or one of those cards you got. Use the
Or a
card.
4.
Use the card. Use the card.
Okay.
Not no.
No.
Not that one.
Well.
Not that one.
Yeah, that one.
No, not this one.
I think
Dude,
he's
we're
trying to
pulling the truck. We need to
He's trying-
survive this. We get a victory
Oh,
point.
wait!
There we go.
Sorry.
There it goes.
Brain
There it
fart.
is. There it is.
okay.
You didn't see anything.
Uh-huh.
We successfully roll against the card.
So you would now move your drive +5, halved.
What?
But in this
It-
case,
it-
the success roll
no,
is
no,
also
we-
your move roll.
Oh, it's that's not what I would read from the card. To be honest, you roll to move
well,
as more normal. We've successed, so now we just roll again, and then we
So
halve
whoever
that
go-
result. So it's you,
Oh,
Mac.
okay.
Roll to
Do I
move.
roll
that way
again?
then.
Yep. There you go. See,
Okay.
it worked out. We got 9, so we get
Gee,
4.
So you move 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just here.
Yeah.
But you also
I
get a
think
victory
the
point.
movement
But
speeds
we
are
do
gonna
get a
have to come
victory
down.
point.
Nice. Another one.
DOS.
So now it would be Cat to do the same thing.
Roll the dice, cat.
Go
You need
on,
a
Red
5
Rocket.
You know, either a 5 or a 6, or play one of those cards like I did, and you can go for a 4.
I'm going to. I'm gonna play this.
Ah, Christ on bike. All right.
Okay.
Clang.
We failed that.
Bollocks.
So we lose an
It's 1
endurance.
endurance per clang they have.
Eldarin, wasted messing with the wheel settings. I think I can probably work that in as a card.
You still need to roll a 5 or a 6 to get off of that thingy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so he needs to do a success check now.
Yep.
Roll the dice, bro. Just hit R.
R.
Just hold R. You got 1.
Fail.
Okay, so
So yeah,
Correct
so
me if I'm
now
wrong, so-
we would roll to move as normal, and then but we get the full movement speed because we're not hitched to the
Gotcha.
tractor anymore.
And now it's Baker's go.
Yup.
No, Cat still needs to roll to move because that was his
Oh,
success.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
gotcha.
There you go.
Oh yeah, of course he does. Yeah. Oh my
And-
God, Cat!
You
What
guys-
the
GG.
what the
And
fuck,
so-
man?
So we
GG.
move 10.
Apparently, Cat doesn't want to move.
The dice is cursed.
oh,
Get
which
out of
goes
it.
to the next event. Nice.
Okay. So Cat draw the next event.
Event card, ho!
Here's this one. This way. Ah, no. Right.
Barrel carry.
Barrel carry.
Make a
This has
success
gotta be
check
something
against
to do
your
with
lift.
carry.
If you pass,
Oh,
pick
lift.
up barrels equal to your carry capacity. Each barrel you're carrying when you cross the finish line is worth 1 victory point.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
So-
Have you got any lift, you gues?
We've got
So we
1
need,
lift.
yeah. So
Okay.
we have to get a 5 or a 6, I'm assuming.
Fuck all lift, but loads
So
of
yes, we
carry.
need to get. So that's about right.
Come on, give us a 5 or 6.
Press R.
Press R.
Yes.
Nice.
6.
So we get 6.
So we get 6. All right. Okay. Let's find a token
Broken
for that.
card.
Oh my God, they get all 6, and they got carry of 6. Bastards.
Um,
We've got a carry of 1.
Eat my large containers.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
What
the
just
heck?
happened? What just happened?
So, 2 people trying to move the card at the same time.
Hang on.
Reset the shed.
I just did that and it.
I think, just give me one second. I think I know what
Wanted
it
to
is.
do it again.
No worries.
Oh
All right.
no. The table is what?
No, the table underneath is still there. Just take
Yeah,
the
it's
top
just
table
it's just
off.
an extra.
What the
table.
fuck?
What the fuck?
What the hell, man?
Where did the event card go?
Table on top of table.
Sorry, I control Z'd text to try and fix it, so the event card is the top
Gotcha.
one there.
Okay.
That was not the.
Yes, because he turned the whole deck over. No,
Nope.
that's not the right one.
Nope.
Where have you hid that?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like.
It's
We
the
know what
last
it
one.
is.
We know what it is.
Yeah, we
well,
know what it is.
So you guys need to roll when you get there a 5 or 6 to pick up 1 victory point.
Yes.
Don't rub it in or anything.
We have our 6 point.
We've got 6 points.
I think you've literally won this on that last event. Because
Well,
we can't pick up 6 things that give us
It's
6
starting
victory
to
points.
sound more and more like Engineer Wars, to be honest.
If you
Yeah,
cross the,
that last minute win. Yeah.
if you cross the finish line first, you do get 5 victory points. 3 victory points.
Well, I don't think we'll do that, but we'll see.
So whose go is
We'll
it?
see.
it's
My turn, I think.
Is it?
No, I think
You
it's
guys-
John's this
so
time. I
wait,
think it was
with
you
the-
last
with
time.
the- with
first.
the-
Oh yeah,
tra-
no, it's
Just
wait,
before you
wait, it's yours.
before you take your go, if you do any damage to us with a clan card now, we would have to discard the one of our cargo for each damage before we get to
I'm not
endurance.
going to do that though. What I'm going to do is this.
Oh, what's that?
You git. Knew that.
Herding cats.
Who deleted the floor?
So the floor has been deleted. We're reloading the world, I'm afraid, friends. So everyone back to the last event.
Oh,
So you would lose 1 victory point.
What?
We would
What?
lose. 'Cause
Doesn't
you're back at the last event.
It doesn't say anything about victory points.
It resets it to the last event.
Yeah, we earned our
So-
victory point off the
And
first
we-
event.
and we
So, oh
just
no, you're right.
completed-
Actually,
You've got 1
we
victory
just
point for the second
completed
event.
this one.
But we
But
would
we
lose
just
all our
completed
cargo.
this one.
But you
Yep.
definitely lose your 6 cargo, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Is that cargo
They
or victory
regain.
points?
Hold on. They regain any lost cargo, so I don't think we lose anything, do we?
No, they regain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but we haven't
Yeah.
lost
No, so-
any
so
cargo.
we don't
to
lose
regain.
anything.
So if we'd
But
have
we
lost
do
cargo
regain
due to
our
clan-
lost endurance.
So any cargo that you've lost since the last turn, you would regain. But because we haven't lost any, there's nothing to regain. We've only gained it, which means we have to lose it.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
So he just nicked 6 victory points off us.
I assume you
Okay.
have the option to remain on that spot and retake the event, though.
That is some serious if-else logic right there.
Yes, because you're resetting to the event, so you've now got to pass the event again.
Okay.
No, what I'm thinking also is like with that event in particular, would there be the possibility of just staying on that slot and repeating the event?
Well, the event hasn't happened
No,
yet.
once you've failed or passed it, you carry on.
Okay.
But,
I'm
but
just
we
thinking.
haven't done that
yeah.
yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure.
That's
Okay,
it,
so
mate.
now you guys have to roll to reattach to the tractor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still John's go at the moment.
Yeah, that's why we lost that victory point for the tractor, is because we haven't pulled the tractor yet.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I'm with you now. So it's basically just
So-
a
so the-
rewind
the-
to a previous save.
Yeah, the fact that yeah, exactly, because we've had to reload. So the fact that you actually managed to reach that event meant that you get to stay there, as opposed to us who have to go back to this one. But it does remove 6 cargo from you and maybe slow you down a bit. So.
A tactical play.
Nice card.
Oh, boo! Yeah, bitches. Pull in the shizzle. Come on, the high rolls. Fuck you.
That's okay, that still gets us with our drive to the event, doesn't it? Or does
That's
it?
half.
That's
So you
9,
get
so
to-
we
Oh
get
no, it
to
wasn't,
4
was it? That's
there.
right.
There.
However,
But
we
you-
do get our victory point back.
Yep.
Yay!
Cool beans.
Okay.
Whose turn now, is it?
My turn.
Oh,
Because Cat just went. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So I need to roll what again? I can't remember because
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
5 or 6 to. Okay.
To load. And if you fail, you can't load.
Yes,
GG.
so we failed that.
Ah, damn it. Well, you know what? There's only one reasonable thing to do. Clang!
Roger.
Roll, Captain.
Although it's worth noting that I need to go.
Get old. Get wrecked.
Although it's saying that, it's worth noting that I need to go and correct our endurance back up to 3 again, and yours should be 2.
Oh yeah.
That's a good point.
no,
That
because-
is a
No,
good
it
point.
was just
We
the
lost that.
endurance of one
We
turn,
lost
right?
that prior to
Because
the
you
second
lost,
event.
you lost
okay.
it back here.
Yeah,
We
you
lost it
didn't.
in
You
between
lost it
event
prior
one
to
and
the
two,
event,
so-
just like we did prior to this event.
Hey,
no,
Cody.
no, because
No.
the card that says they regain any lost endurance, parts, and cargo.
From that event is what Cadis was saying.
Yes,
okay,
it's
sorry.
essentially loading back to the last event. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Hey, Katie,
makes sense
you-
lore-wise, I
Yes,
understand.
Mac.
It's
Katie,
like
do you
reloading
remember-
the save every time somebody blows something up.
Yes, Mac.
You remember that in Munchkin, where you have
Yes.
those little counter things? There's one for level and equipment and things like that.
Yes.
There's a little space above where it says red team and blue team where you could probably put one of those.
Yes,
where
I've-
with each one of the stats on it, you could just quickly click plus or minus.
Yeah,
You know,
I've got that written down in my notes.
Nice
for
bright
edits.
lights and all that kind of thing. Sorry, just thought I'd throw that in.
No, it's absolutely fine. All ideas are good ideas, unless
Have
it was
you
making this board
considered
game.
any interrupt cards? Because that would be kind of a fun, like to have the clang be an interrupt rather than a something you play on your turn.
Well, we do have interrupt cards. You got the miss the go cards. Or do you mean something
hard
else?
to-
Yeah, but
it's
that's
hard to
still
do
on
an
your
interrupt
turn.
because you can't play it during their
But
turn.
all cards are on your turn.
Yeah, but if I mean,
That's
if
what
you
I'm
play
saying.
if you play a clan card on your turn, we wouldn't be able to play an interrupt because it's not our turn. So there's no point in having an
Exactly.
interrupt because we can't play it.
You can only play the cards on your turn, so you can't
Yeah.
play an interrupt card when it's not your turn because the person playing the card, it's their turn, not yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Macor. I was suggesting that he may consider that like the clang cards would be interrupts playable at any point.
So to make that particular card playable in your opponent's turn.
Yes.
Right.
Like they do something incredible, but then you play a clang card and they might explode.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, maybe stick 1 or 2 in as like
That
a rare
might work.
card.
Or maybe like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rescue card, like an anti-clang.
Yeah. Like you land on your feet card or something like that, where you explode up in the air, but then it cancels out a clang because you
I
just
meant
land.
to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
I
a,
meant to do
like a
that.
server update, a version update. Oh wait, that only makes things worse.
The fucking cat just pissed on the floor.
Yay!
Huzzah.
It would be Friday without that.
Anyone playing
wait.
bullshit bingo? That's you
Is
ticked
that
off
a
for
card?
tonight.
Is it-
Yeah,
I think
tick,
that
tick
might-
off
that
the
might be a
cat piss
card.
on the floor.
I'm sure I tied that into the rules. That's a victory point for us, I think.
Fuck off.
What if the cat pisses on?
I gotta say though, Katie's. I mean, just having played this so far, this is awesome. What
It's
I'd love
really
to do
good.
is work with you a bit in future and try and like actually make this into more. If you're up for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm
'cause
sat
I'm-
reading through both chats at the moment and taking notes of what people are suggesting. So
Well, I'm just thinking like between I can help to collaborate and communicate some of the ideas that people are having and sort of collate them into something useful, perhaps. Talk through some of the stuff, make sure people are like up for testing the game. Because I actually
Yeah.
think this has got some
Yeah, once
really
it's-
good like basis
right.
to it. It actually could play really well.
I agree.
And,
one of the main
and-
problems is the lack of events, because I've only based them on the streams. So if
Yeah,
anyone
but you
thinks
could-
of any events,
You
by
might
all
be able
means
to
send them to
find
me.
some other ones as well. It might be just like a little tweak. Like if John is prepared to
I've got a few
work with
ideas
you,
myself
I'm quite
too.
sure he's got quite a
Yeah.
few things that you might not have been around for. Some of the things that have happened that John will know about because he was
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
obviously.
Well, there's been 10 episodes of it, and we don't reuse stuff when we can avoid
Yeah.
it. So I reckon
Yes.
there's some stuff there. I've got some ideas for how to sort of open the gameplay up a bit as well. Because I have played, you know, I mean, just thinking that there are a few things we can do with it to kind of, like, where we're sitting at the moment, it looks like the game plays through quite quickly once you get
Yes.
started and so on, which is great, not a bad thing.
well,
but
Max says you could easily half the rolls instead of adding it to make it last a bit longer.
I've got another idea that I think will bring on and kind of engender the whole engineer wars mindset a bit as well. I've got another way that will make this take a little bit longer with the same sort of setup we've got. But anyway, at the same time, you know.
But I think it's Max go now.
Hello,
Hi.
what am I doing?
Yo, go.
Your go.
I'm rolling the dice, fuckers.
You're still hitched at tractor, aren't you?
No,
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, you are.
no, we got off of it.
Yeah, we are.
No, you-
no.
you're-
We've pulled it that far. We get to
Oh.
keep pulling it for a victory point every
So
turn, Mac.
You've pulled it
And
again.
you've just
so that's
pulled it
another
again.
victory point.
So it's another victory point.
Yay!
That was 2.
Yay.
Yep, that's 4.
And now you can roll for movement,
Okay.
which will be halved for our drive. Oh, nice, Mac. Or
So
13, half 5. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5.
yeah.
13,
So
no,
you're on the
6.
event.
We're on the event. With
Yeah,
the
but-
tractor still attached.
Did I needed to do something? Oh no, we
Uh,
can only get. Do we
yeah,
roll
It's a
to get
5 or
cargo?
6 now to load cargo.
Well, in that case, can I play that?
Don't play it yet. Play it afterwards.
Why? That's a success card. I need
But
it now.
if you roll a 3, there's no point in rolling in playing that. Whereas
But
if
we've
you roll
only.
a 4,
Oh, actually, hang on a minute. We've only got 1 cargo, so it doesn't fucking matter. I just
Oh,
realised
nice.
And you
Alright.
just
then you
had
got it anyway.
it doesn't
Good.
matter. Right. So now can I play a card?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Sure.
Yes, do it. 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 Oh,
That's right, baby.
Oh, the hatred.
You ain't doing shit.
Okay.
The hatred.
Taking me game and I'm going home.
Well,
We move to. You've failed the roll for the.
yeah, still
so we've
total.
no longer got detractor attached.
Yeah.
But we are sitting here with.
No,
okay.
he passed the
Well, no,
tractor.
you still have the tractor.
No, he
attached.
just no. He just Faker's just rolled a 2.
Ah.
So
Oh.
we're on to Faker's turn, and he's failed
Okay.
the tractor pass.
So now you're just on a sprint to the end,
Yep.
essentially.
Pretty much.
Roll it.
Okay, so roll again.
Straight roll. And remember to add the
Oh,
drive.
Christ almighty.
Add the drive.
10.
to
That's
say-
not enough. I think it was 14 or 12
1,
to get.
2, 3,
Three,
4,
four,
5,
five.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, it's so close.
Shit.
Fucking hell. Faker,
Yeah.
you fucked it up.
Yep.
So now we need to roll to load cargo. Is that Cade,
Yep.
what you're going to do?
Yes. No,
Who's-
we failed to load cargo on whoever's turn it was.
Oh yeah, you've
Okay,
already.
so
Yeah.
we just need
we're
to
just-
sprint
again,
You're just
for the,
sprinting
uh,
for the end as well. You need the victory points.
So if you've got any Kessel runs, now's your time.
Is it my turn
whose
or
turn is
yours? I thought it was your turn. I just went.
Yeah, it's Katie's turn then, isn't it?
Katie missed his turn because I played
missed
the
mine.
card.
So it's my turn.
Oh,
It's
It's
Cat.
Okay. So first things first. I guess I'll play a card.
Of course.
Castle Run.
Kessel Run. Nice.
So we trade our
So-
endurance.
Your last
for
endurance is gone.
an extra cargo. Quite useful thing.
Trade 1 for 1 cargo. If the cargo is still on board at the end of the race, gain 1 vote. Oh, that's a good idea. Sensible card to play at this stage.
I will roll the dice to move.
1
GG. It's not enough.
10.
GG.
Give me this dice. Give me
plus
this
their
dice.
drive.
Goodbye. Goodbye, dice.
Oh,
You're
there
on the
we go.
spot behind us.
And it still rolled a 1.
No.
Fucking hell, we got a
There's
bit
one right
lucky
by
there,
you, too.
guys.
No, you're on the spot behind us. Piss off.
No, they get
are
1
you
plus
talking about?
9. That's 10. the
Yeah, I
same
know,
roll
but
that
you-
we-
that's a
we
both
passed
collision.
the
on the
same-
same space.
It's
That's
it's
the
a collision like earlier on.
Oh well, then we bumped
Oh,
you
is it?
out of the ring.
Oh, okay.
They've
Into
got a
orbit.
murder plow
I
on
see
the
what it
front
is.
of theirs.
I
Oh,
think
that
I
would
will
be
add a collision
awesome.
indefinitely.
If you-
a
if
collision
collisions
mechanic where
work,
you
way
like
too
roll the
often.
dice and
Yeah.
you either shoulder them to the side or you lose a part.
I mean,
Yeah.
even if it was just
Or even,
versus
or
rolls.
even, or even Tex, if you could like attach as part of the construction like a murder plow, so if you came up and landed on the same place as somebody else, you could knock them behind
Plus
you.
1 attack.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder-
Anyways,
murder card,
is
right,
it
I
my
can do that.
turn, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, in which case I'm going to play a Kessel Run.
Oh!
Mummy's copying.
Ah, Mummy's copying. Mummy doesn't need to copy, boy.
Yep.
GG.
Okay, so we get.
Boom.
Is it
So then-
three victory points?
4
for
because
passing?
we're also carrying the
So you get
cargo as
one
well.
Oh, yes, of course.
No, 5,
And
sorry,
then-
because
No,
we're
no.
carrying 2
1,
cargo.
2, 3. Oh, yeah, extra Kessel run, so
Yep.
Okay.
8 victory points.
So we have to wait for them to finish, right?
We
Or
do. We have to.
or is it-
This is the point where you sit around, and every turn that you get to play a card anyway because you're standing at the end mocking them.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like it.
So
Okay, so it's my turn now.
yes.
Unleash the mocking.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna take a Kessel run.
Okay.
So we'll have to, because we
Lose a
haven't got an
part.
endurance, we'll just get rid of a piston.
Yep.
It means no to us at the moment.
Okay. Each rolled a
And we cross the victory. So that gives us 3 plus however many cargo we're carrying.
Two cargo.
4. 2 cargo.
So one victory point plus two cargo. A measly 3.
A measly 3. Oh, because we only get 1 for crossing, not 3.
We don't get anything for crossing
Yeah.
second.
Hmm.
You only really benefit from crossing
And they
the line.
won.
No points for second place, I'm afraid.
Engineer wars through and through.
Yep.
Lovely design, but yeah,
These work.
it fucked up.
Yeah, technically, we should have had at least one of these, though, like where everything crashes.
When you reset the whole game.
But when that happens,
Yeah,
There we go.
server 0 bug.
is wasting
Perpetual
muted.
falling table.
Oh my god. Eternally falling table.
There's so much stuff here.
I have a
so
question
much
for you.
potential. It's fucking
How-
awesome.
how
I
do
really
you-
want
how
to
do you
help out
undo
Cades
that?
and like, there you go.
There we go.
And you know, I'll, for example, I'll do you some counters for the table to begin with, because I think
Yep.
that would be an immediate, very big, like, nice thing.
Yeah.
I've got so many ideas from this. You know, I have the advantage that guild meets are a week of tabletop. Like, well, not even tabletop. It's a week of card gaming that we do every single year that I've been doing for like the last 13 years. And I reckon from that,
Christ,
I
is it
can
that long now, John?
yeah, it's ridiculous,
Bloody hell.
man. So I can already see a whole bunch of sort of bits of elements from other games that we could bring into this that would work so nicely.
I do
just
think
off
that
this
one of the
basis.
charms of this, though, is that it's a real quick play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
wouldn't
is.
want to
I mean,
spoil that. I would not want to spoil
even
that.
if we like halved the speed,
Like the
you'd
drive,
still
you mean?
get have the driving. You know,
Yeah.
maybe cut back way on the amount of drive boosts that you get. It would still.
Yeah.
But then, as
Hang
Cades was saying, that is the kind of thing that you could do just on the fly if you
Yeah.
wanted to, rather than
Like
making
an
it a
optional
hard,
rule
if you
set.
wanted a
make
longer
it a
game,
hard and
half it.
fast rule. You could,
I'm
you could decide.
thinking, actually, there's a couple of mechanics that you could loosen up on. Like, for example, everyone's sitting at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, with, like, basically still a full hand of cards.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
were to
that's
add a whole bunch more cards to the deck, so that there's a bit more variety, and I got plenty of ideas for that, but then open up the ability to play cards on anybody's turn.
Yeah.
So that
lim-
you've
the
got a
limited
much
number of
more-
cards that I could think of was
Yeah.
what made me.
Oh,
go
I
for
know,
that.
I
If
can
we
totally
get
understand
more-
where your mechanics are coming from,
You
man.
get
Don't
kind of
get
a
me wrong.
Munchkin-esque type
That's
thing.
what I'm
that-
thinking. Is like
Yeah.
bringing
That-
some
that-
of Munchkin's versus nature.
And that would definitely impact the speed of the game, because if other people were able to play, like if like the opposing team were only allowed to play one card, for example, when it was someone's turn on the other side, then that would be enough to hold people up.
That's
or
what I'm
miss their
thinking.
turn,
You
or-
don't nerf
yeah.
the driving stat. You
Yeah.
introduce other mechanics to slow it down,
That's
to
an
broaden
interesting
actually
way.
the gameplay, rather than just go, okay, now things are slower, but it's the same game. I
It's
think
also-
there's a few bits and bobs I can think of, man. Seriously,
It's
this
also
is so
a little
cool.
bit. It's also a little bit more inclusive doing it that way. So when it's someone's go, it's not like everyone else has to sit around just waiting.
Yeah.
They're still involved at that stage, even if it's not their go.
Exactly, Mac. That was part of my mindset as well. Is that this one very much felt like you were sitting around, not in a bad
Waiting
way, but
for your turn.
you were waiting for your turn and the opportunity to use what cards you had in your hand.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time, you sort of weren't. You were just hoping that everyone else did well. It would be nice for the teams to feel a bit more engaged. But then again, I don't want to talk too much because I need to think a bit further about a few ideas. But one idea is actually for another deck that is a team play deck. So it's a
Alright.
deck designed to play that's going to be the teams trying to cooperative. But that deck, I think, it would be, very, very early ideas, but I'm thinking of a deck that's quite ironic in that it's supposed to be a cooperative deck, but almost every card in it comes with a negative as well. So
There are a lot of
it'll
tests
help you
for
in some ways, but actually, because it's Engineer Wars, the guy that was trying to help accidentally also
Yeah.
deleted a wheel.
Yeah.
That sort
That
of
would be
idea.
cool.
Oh man.
But it's a
Wait,
great
we-
start,
and-
Cades. I mean, you've made a great start here, mate. It was quite fun to play, even with as it is at the moment.
Oh yeah, please
Well,
don't
that's
take
the
this as
first
criticism.
playtest. Oh, no,
This is
well,
simply
it is,
the fact
but
that
it's
I've
constructive.
enjoyed. No, it's not. It's not criticism at all. I love what I
Enthusiasm.
just played. This is
Oh, it's
enthusiasm for the idea.
Yeah.
I think this
I have
is
one
awesome.
more interrupt card I want to suggest though that just came to me. You get the this seat, another seat on this vehicle is in charge. Interrupt error, and you cannot move the vehicle that turn.
Another seat is controlling this vehicle. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, there's just so many possibilities for
There
fun
are, yeah.
cards.
Yeah. What a great start!
It's
though.
brilliant.
Great
It's a
concept.
brilliant
Great
What a
start.
great
concept.
start.
And I think the whole
Well done,
vehicle.
Cades.
I think the whole vehicle construction side of things as well. If you and me can work together to flesh that out a bit, is actually a really unique concept.
The thing is, I can't remember where it really came from. It was just me and one guy in your stream, just in chat, just mentioned it. and I
Yabbering
thought,
away, yeah.
I've got nothing to do tomorrow. Why not?
Well,
There you go,
that is
Cades. I
totally
dropped-
sick.
I dropped a little gift into the bot for you as a thank you for making this.
Are you feeding my point addiction?
Yeah, just so you can put on some more, under the trapdoor theme tunes and.
Yeah, I'll have to add
It's,
it to
it's
that, too.
Darkwing Duck next. Yeah, what I've got,
Darkwing Duck. What?
the ones I've got so far, like
It'll be really interesting to play it when you and John have got your heads together and
Yeah.
done some little tweaks,
straight
even
away,
if
I
it's
think
not
I'm
completely
gonna,
finished.
I'm
Can't
gonna
wait.
add it so that the team captain kind of has by default most of the parts that you need to begin with.
hmm
So
Yeah.
that they're the ones
that could work.
they're the ones controlling it while everyone else is throwing bits at it, kind of thing.
How about this as an idea? You start off. You have for the beginning building of the keep your drawing 5 cards from the deck thing and so on exactly as it is, but have a default pool. Just a little selection of cards that every team can just draw on from default to fill out the slots if nothing else fits. With light armor, some wheels.
Right.
That's it. So
Or
that
even
you've
two
got like a
cards
bit
for-
of like those standard Space Engineers blocks, and then the
Yeah.
stuff you're drawing is the special stuff that allows
Or
you
even,
to
John,
customize.
Even John, have like a deck of those default cards, like you say, and for your 5, you take 2 from the default, 3 from the construction cards,
Yeah.
something like
That
that.
could
So
work.
you definitely get something that you need, and if there's enough wheel cards, then it would be quite difficult to not have it.
The
I
thing
don't
is,
know
I'm
who
trying
would-
to avoid RNG because unfortunately RNG will always come up.
It will.
Regardless
So
how
what-
many times you play it. If you do the whole thing, well, half this deck is wheel cards. They're definitely going to get one, and then somehow you'll
Yeah,
still
no.
find that scenario where one person
That-
doesn't get
that's
a
why-
single one.
Yeah, that's
What-
right. I
what
mean,
if-
that's
if-
why I was making that suggestion earlier on that on some of on the cards like the reactor, you could have like a wheel on
Reactor and wheel.
and a wheel on that card, and then maybe there's a reactor without a wheel on it, and then so you kind of increase the
Yeah.
chances of you getting it by adding it to something anyway. And maybe if you had a lot of wheels on your car, maybe that would increase the drive, but perhaps increase clang at the same time. So every wheel over 4 increases clang by 1 or something.
Yeah, I don't know who mentioned it in Wastage chat, but someone did mention a clang drive, and I think just literally a card that adds X amount of clang to your opponent. Just
I
literally,
like Farrell's
here's X
idea.
clang. So the next time you have an accident, you've got a lot more clang to take damage for.
Farrell's
So on the-
idea
on
has
the-
to also go in
Yes.
there. Yep.
What did he say? I didn't see it.
You need at least one keen card. The game ends immediately, and whoever is furthest ahead wins. AKA rage quit on the stream. That's what I like about it. Is if we
Face
keep it
test
themed,
card. Yeah.
it's just like no fuck. It's the fuck this shit card.
Fuck you, Keane! Whoever's in front wins.
On the
Fuck
build
this shit.
mechanic, I'm going to suggest that you start off with a basic set of blocks that you can use for any build. So like you have enough wheels and a reactor and a cockpit, so you have a minimum vehicle, and then when you draw from the deck, you could change out, and you're just limited in the number of parts you can add. So you could add more wheels if you want to, but you can add more special parts also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well,
yeah.
that was kind of why I put the wheels and everything in the normal draw deck, so that if you did get more wheels, you could just stack drive if you really wanted to.
But whereas if you start them off with a minimum vehicle that's drivable,
Yeah, and then they can just add on.
they can modify it from there, because we tell them what parts they can use, and they can always use the basic parts. But no, I
like-
love it. It's a great first pass. I'm
It
really interested
really
to
is,
I
see
like
it.
Lot of fun.
what Cyber Squeegee. Strange name, but all right. I like their idea. Have kind of a face down deck with mods in it, and if you want, you can draw instead of playing a card from your hand to the construction, you can draw a mod, but
You can
whichever mod
create
it
a mod.
is, you get.
That's a lovely
you
idea.
You can't go, oh no, I don't want that one. If you draw it, it's on your vehicle.
Yeah, that's a lovely idea. Yeah, that seems entirely appropriate. Well, it's
I
nice
think
that
there
there's so much scope,
I
for
think there needs to be a
improvement
cheating
based on
card.
something that's already quite fun.
Well, man, let's I've got. It seems like there's loads of ideas. We've got some early ideas as
Yeah.
well. What I'm inclined to do is put together some methodology that I can promote where people can actually submit ideas in a way that we can look at them a bit more. Sort of
Yeah,
here's
that's
a
not a
record
bad
of
idea.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll put together a Google form or something where people would be like, okay, if you've got
Yeah.
ideas for the game when you're watching, here's where you can go to like submit a few thoughts and we'll have a look through them and so on.
Nice idea.
And
Getting
if someone
involved.
if someone can legitimately come up with a reason why having 5 seats on would be doable, I could not figure that one out. I tried my hardest because I know in Engineer Wars you always had to have everybody on the vehicle, and I could not get that mechanic to work for the life of me.
I mean, keep it not unwieldy.
Back in the
Yeah,
set.
I think that would make it unwieldy.
That may be something you just don't worry about. Whereas keeping the
Yeah.
parts on your vehicle, and if you lose too much endurance, you start losing parts, is pretty interesting.
Especially
Matter of
if
fact,
you add more methodology for losing endurance and more ways,
Yes.
like with the collision mechanic, for example. I just
collision
think
needs to be worked out.
you add that in,
So, like-
and then it becomes much more of an endurance race as well.
What I would actually like to suggest that you do too is that you look at like when you lose endurance in a Clang, actually strip one of those armor components out of the vehicle.
Yes, to be honest, I
Oh, that's
should-
not a bad idea either.
Yeah, so
We
like
should
a
have done
Clang, you lost a part.
Yeah.
And if you have armor, you lose the armor first.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice idea too.
No, that's overlooked on my part. I thought I'd done that essentially.
Oh.
I'll change that.
It's cool.
It's very cool.
Especially
Very nice.
as there's
I
also
did.
plenty room to, once the base game is tested a bit further and so on, then develop future maps for it too that model
Other
other ones
tracks,
of the
yeah.
Engineer Wars like layouts, for example.
Maybe some with some shortcuts to some places where you have to pass a pretty brutal check to be able to jump ahead a little bit. Little kind of pit lanes or something to jump you through.
Yeah, you can sort of, at that
Ooh.
point you're talking about expansions, I guess, where
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
having
I
done the
suppose
main game, you do a new track, and on that track
Yeah.
it comes with its own custom card deck that relates specifically to certain, like, as you say, skip throughs. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so if you go down
Yeah.
that skip through, you have to draw from this deck, and this is the new
Yeah.
deck, and on that deck
Well,
you've
I
got
like.
these
I
cards.
think something that Mac just said there kind of sparked something on me. So, like for instance, if you had, and I can't draw here for some reason. Anyway, so if you had like multiple paths you could take, like you could go over the large one, and it's just
Yeah.
regular dots across it.
So you
Or
could
you
race-
could
you
go
could
to the
race for the
small
victory
one
points at
and
the
do an
end, or
event,
go for the
and if you
event.
pass the event, you get a boost. But if you don't pass the event, then you get stuck there.
Yeah.
Adds a little more
Yeah, that makes
strategy
sense.
to the
Yeah,
track.
I can see that.
Like you can take the long way around the potholes, or you can take the short way through the pothole section, but you may get stuck or
What?
lose a part.
Awesome idea for a mechanic, a sim speed counter.
Oh god.
Oh wow, yeah, that's got to be a
God
thing.
damn it.
Oh my word, that's amazing.
That's got to be a
And,
thing.
however it has to be done, aka, I mean, whether it's the longer the game goes on or whatever, a sim speed counter sounds awesome. Yes.
Oh man.
100%
We already
behind
have
that one.
the server crash card.
Yeah, you could have it as like a counter that like occasional cards can affect. That is a negative effect on both teams. So you could kind of tactically be like, okay, let's lower the sim speed. We're gonna drop the sim speed down about now. It's gonna fuck both of us over, but at this point, it's worth it.
Where's the sumo? The other event cards? I just want to check something on the sumo one. I can see the
Hang
drag race. I can't see the sumo.
Hang on.
Who stole me sumo?
There you go.
No.
I finally
Got it
found
for
the
you.
time to use it, Dr. Mike. It seems appropriate to use
That
this little
seems
picture.
entirely appropriate, Mac. That's wonderful. I love it.
That's a picture Dr. Mike made once.
Barrel carry. Oh, there it is.
Sumo ones.
Yeah,
nice.
so
we-
I mean, there is a. I've already built the mechanic in for collisions. Essentially, it's just as an event rather than as a
Uh-huh.
on the road thing.
Yeah. And I think on the road thing, you'd lose the VP side of things, and it add.
Yes, it'd just be damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
I
You
mean,
can
It's
if
really
eventually,
good
you can
stuff.
you
eventually
damage
plow
somebody,
somebody into the ground.
And
you
then we
damage
can.
somebody and they lose a part.
And then
That's
if you had
interesting.
the murder plow as a usable update card, that just adds 2 to your damage. For that
Yeah.
turn or
Back in
something.
a sec.
Also, and at the same time, redesign the sumo card to have a different effect so that it still sits in as an event as well.
Yeah.
No, this is very, very cool, Mr. Caedes. As a basis, you've done a great job of picking it up as a game format.
Well, it worked better than I expected it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we had a game. Like, it took us a little
We had-
while to
we
get
had a
our
good
heads
bit of
around
fun.
it to begin with, but we had a game, and it was fun.
Completed
And it was
game.
fucking close as well. We were both up, like, last minute, and then
It was close.
resets
Some
and...
Git reset me.
Well, that was what... Well, no, at that point, it wasn't close. At that point, it was going to be a whitewash.
Couldn't let me win my own game, could you?
No. I've been waiting the entire... I had 2 of those in my hand. I'm waiting the entire game going, like, these things are, like, going to fuck me over as hard as it fucks anyone else over, but...
I think
6
there's only 2
cargo.
in the entire deck.
6 cargo. No, there's not, because one of our other guys had one as well, so there's more than that.
3, 4. Oh, there's 5 in there.
Yeah. But yeah. And we started with 3 of them. Well, we must have started with 3 because there's no card draw mechanic, but yeah.
A Steam is down card that only affects players called Wedgehog.
A little bit of an abrupt end, but hey, we ended up jabbering on for ages and went off and played some Divinity, so there was no proper end to the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed having a look at the game. It's an awesome early start. Please remember, hit me up in comments down below if you've got any ideas for like what cards could be in it perhaps, or even you've got more grand ideas for how the game could change, and I'll do my best to pass those on to Caedes. I'm sure he'll be reading the comments too. If you did like it, please hit that like button, helps me in the channel out. If you didn't like it, dislike button's next door. If you want to check out this stuff live, because we do all sorts of weird stuff over on the Twitch stream, then the link for that is down in the video description. And speaking of which, this was all very well timed, because I'm hoping to have Engineer Wars, which is hosted over on Twitch every Friday, back in February. So cheers a lot for watching, guys. I'll catch you for the next one.